Hey guys, it's Jessica. I'm gonna apologize in advance for not having posted a video in, 3 months? I'm sorry. It's been really crazy. I'm here at college and it's really hard to find time to post videos and stuff, but you know, that's no excuse. And hopefully this is gonna be the first of many, you know? So basically what I wanted to talk about in this video is the fact that as of about a month ago, I have been vegan. So it's something that kind of came out of the blue for me. My roommate here is vegan and kind of inspired me to try out being vegan for a week, and about 3 days into it, I decided that it was going to be something that I stuck to. Basically what happened was it was the week after my birthday, and I was feeling really gross. Just I'd eaten a lot of cake and it just, you know, I wasn't really feeling great. So I was like, you know, I'm going to do like a detox thing. And for me, the detox was going vegan for a week. On September 25th, that was a Friday, September 24th was the Thursday. Me and her, we went out to the grocery store because I needed groceries, and I'm like, well, I might as well just get a bunch of vegan food and, you know, go from there. So I decided on that day to buy a bunch of food that I could eat and then have that be for my vegan week. You know, I bought a bunch of fruit and vegetables, vegan like Cliff Bars and things like that, just so I, you know, would have something. So on that Friday, I decided to go vegan. First about 3 days of being vegan, I watched a bunch of the documentaries that everyone tells you to watch when, you know, they're trying to convince you to go vegan. Forks Over Knives, Cowspiracy, Earthlings was a big one, 101 Reasons to Go Vegan, just so many things like that. And I kind of binge watched them in about 48 hours, and after that I knew that being vegan was something that I was gonna stick to. I've always been such a lover of animals, and to know that I had been contributing to such cruelty and so much harm to not only the animals but the environment and myself just astounded me. And I was like, there's no way I can like keep continuing to do stuff like this, to support these industries that, you know, take the baby calves away from their moms after a day, because us humans are the ones that need the cow's milk, obviously, because that makes complete sense. Or to, you know, take an egg from a chicken that's been stuck in a cage, or, you know, it doesn't make sense to me. You know, I think the reason that it never happened before was because I never considered it, and that's, you know, unfortunately that's the way most people are. They never really make the connection between the cow on the side of the road and the burger they're about to eat for dinner and the cheeseburger type deal. It just became something that I did not want to support anymore, so I stopped. It took about 3 days, and I had said, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go vegan for a week, you know, see how it is. And then about 3 days went by, and I'm like, guys, I'm officially vegan. And you know, that comes with slip-ups. The first week I had french fries that I was like, oh, vegan, definitely. And later to come and find out that they had been cooked in, you know, lard and animal byproduct oil and stuff like that. And I was like, that sucks, but you know, I don't believe that veganism is perfection. I believe it is striving for perfection, obviously, because we don't want these things in our bodies, but I also believe that it's okay to make mistakes, especially in the first, what was it, like my first week? Like, I can't get down on myself about having eaten some french fries that were bathed in animal byproduct, even though that's disgusting. But, you know, it's about learning from those experiences and asking questions in the future, like, is there butter on my bread? No? Perfect. You know, just like stuff like that. When I had talked about the documentaries, the main ones that I watched, and if, you know, if you're considering going vegan, I highly recommend these videos. Cowspiracy is one you can find on Netflix. So incredibly eye-opening about the animal agriculture business in direct relation to, you know, the environment and how awful it is, and how we're basically killing our planet by having so many animals and so many just, oh god. So Cowspiracy is a big one. Forks Over Knives is a health-related one. It basically shows you don't need all these animal products to keep you healthy. Calcium from milk, like you can get more calcium from almond milk, like just like stuff like that. You don't need it, and you know, it's harmful to you. It causes disease. Like, one of the major things that stood out to me about the dairy in particular was the fact that the top 3 countries that like had the most dairy consumption were the United States, Norway, and Sweden, I believe. They were 2 like Nordic type areas. I don't remember exactly, but those same exact countries were the countries with the highest rates in osteoporosis, which is like bone decay. And that is like, what? Like, that makes no sense. That completely contradicts everything that we've been taught. And to me, that was like, what am I doing? Like, why am I eating this stuff? Why am I putting this stuff into my body? The major video that I watched was Earthlings, and I think that's a really big one for most people, especially if you're coming from a past of loving animals. I've always been the biggest animal lover. You know, I'd take in anything and try and care for it. Like cats and dogs, and like, I always thought cows were adorable and pigs were super cute, and I was like, oh, you know, like, but I never made the connection between them being on the side of the road and me thinking they were cute, and then to the burger I was about to go eat or serve, because I used to work at a burger joint. And like, the fact that I never realized that is really, it's disheartening, I think. It's weird to think about. Other resources like that I recommend are definitely people's like YouTube channels. Gary Rofsky is a very big leader in the vegan community about animal rights and stuff like that. He has his own YouTube channel that has a bunch of interviews that he's done. Definitely a good source of finding questions that people are gonna ask and finding ways to tell them that they're wrong. And that sounded really harsh, but like, basically when some jock comes up to you and like, where are you gonna get protein? And you're like, you know, just like stuff like that, you can answer it. To answer that question, how much protein do we need per day? Do you know? Because I think it's about 60 grams, but that's not a lot. Like, we don't need that much. And you can get that from spinach and beans and legumes and chickpeas, and like, you can get it from so much other stuff, like, and peanut butter. Like, I could eat a whole jar of peanut butter and be fine. Like, probably not fine, but completely cruelty-free. Basically, the main reasons I decided to go vegan were health, environmental, and for the animals, because, you know, I don't want to hurt anything. We shouldn't need to hurt anything to get our food and to feel better about ourselves. We shouldn't need to take something's life or have something suffer because we like the taste of something. Like, that's not okay. So yeah, basically I don't want to make this video too long. I just kind of wanted to detail the fact that I have decided to go vegan and the fact that I'm really happy with my decision. I haven't had any stomach problems. I used to get stomach aches like a whole lot, and ever since this past month I haven't had one, and that's, you know, it's pretty cool. You know, a lot of people think that, oh, you're gonna lose a ton of weight. Yeah, you are. I haven't lost any yet, but I've also been eating Oreos, which, you know, are vegan, but, you know, they're not exactly plant-based. So it's about balance. It's about balancing what is vegan, what's good for you, because there's junk food vegans, and I don't want to be one of those. I definitely want to have some, but, like, you know, stay healthy, folks. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, comment down below, message me on Tumblr. I will answer you. So, thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.